everyone, I am here today with the game Coffee Traders by Capstone Games. It is designed by Spil and Rolf Sagel. So I already took the plastic off, so I didn't have to listen to that. But we're going to open up the game, take a look at it. It does say 3 to 5 on the side for a number of players, but it says also there's a sticker on the box that said official 2-player variant included. It's a game age 12 plus, takes around 12 hours. I think it has over 4.0, like 4.1 weight on Board Game Geek if you're into that sort of thing and looking up those sort of things. But let's just take a look at what's in the box. Talk about what comes in this big box. So this is a box about the size of like Eagle Griffin type games. It's a pretty big box. A ton of stuff in here. I don't know how well we will be able to get to all of it. We'll see. So there's a ton in here though. Let's just start with this. So there's the, like I said, official 2-player rules. And that's got some player's guide on the back there. And it is a variant versus the original game. So this game is designed for 3 to 5 players. And it has a note here. So basically you're going to be playing with an additional person. And then here it is, the Coffee Trading Handbook, a comprehensive guide to the industry. First edition was 1970. And then is what it says. And then it has all this in here. So it's set in 1970s Central and South America, Africa, and Asia. And it's about the coffee traders all over the world supporting their families. And then, so this is a real nice rule book with map pages. So it talks about what is in all these pieces. So we'll take a look at the pieces here in a second too. There's civets, donkeys, trucks, production stations, farms, warehouses, hospitals, fair trade posts, and there's our game board setup. I'll probably take a picture or two of this setup later on, just to get the feel of it so I understand what's going. And then as your ledger with your player board and component breakdown, the game board, and some notes. It says, if you receive a wild animal counter, you may choose any Arabian track to advance on. All right, so there's that. And then gameplay. This is a very, the setting is very evident throughout. They did a nice job with that. Very immersive, but this will be, for most people, probably more of an all-day, game day type of thing. Coffee stain there intentionally. And then into the game. And then there's a symbol reference, milestones, and lots of things there. 5 coffee countries: Guatemala, Colombia, Brazil, Ethiopia, and Indonesia. And it's got copies, the civets, and animal rights. And there's the end there. So now that we are at the end of that, that's just the book, right? We will go ahead and take a look at some of the components and see what's going on with them. There's a score pad and has all that. So the different companies and then milestones and so forth. These are just single-sided though. All right, so the score pad. Silica, keep it nice and dry in there. I'll start with these components and we'll just go through and take a look at everything that's in the box. All right, so here we have some of the little workers here, and they're just a plain wood worker. Okay. And then we have I'm not going to remember all the different types of buildings right now, but we'll show examples of them. So the colors in the book look a little bit different than the colors in printing. That's not unusual, but we have these ones here. The red-orange is a little bit orangier, in my view, than the one that's in the book. But that's, again, not unusual to have a different CMYK printing color than what is able to be printed on wooden blocks, especially as they get a gloss. It looks like these have a gloss finish on them. There's some of those. And those are longer buildings too. Some cubes. I'm not going to get all the cubes out. Well, maybe I will. Just to show you colors. There's colored cubes. And then these cubes are bigger. These are mainly black, but then it looks like they have the country colors for the 5 there. There's a couple more in the bag, the red and green and purple. A little bigger wooden cubes. We have 1s and 3s. I'll get some 3s out. Those. And these ones are just 1/3 the size of the one. Let's see here. We have some trucks. If you like your pieces, this game has a lot of different pieces for sure. Some of our little trucks. Probably going to try to play this around Labor Day. See if I can get a couple people to learn the rules with me and play with me. There's those buildings. Let's see here. Just like the 1s, there's and 3s, there's some 2 buildings. Those are thicker than the 1s, but thinner than the 3s. These buildings are a neat cutout. Again, in the 5 colors. See if I can show that there. There's those buildings. Okay. The donkeys. Is it just donkeys? Looks like just donkeys in this bag. And there's some donkeys for you. And here are workers in the player colors. It's the same shape as those earlier neutral workers. That, and then here's this one. It will be my favorite piece in the game, probably the civic. There they are. Okay, a little bag of those, just like the donkeys. And then we have some more buildings, smaller building there. And these are resin, so these are player pieces. And they are coffee beans. And they kind of sound like coffee beans when they come out. So these are resin pieces. I'll get out my preferred player color, purple. And hopefully you can see that they are shaped like coffee beans. There, oh, sorry. There you go. there's the purple coffee beans, but there are coffee beans in each player color. Purple, blue, green, yellow, and the red orange. And then there's these, which have a TC Coffee Traders stamped on it. These are just round, these are wood pieces too. So there's, let's see here. Hard to see, but because they're pretty small, but Coffee Trader piece there. So those are the smallest piece. Other than there's these two columns here. So let's see, there's that. And probably should turn this around. It wouldn't be saying Coffee Traders the entire time, but that's okay. And then we have metal coins. Let's see what these metal coins are like. So again, they have the Coffee Trader symbol and then a little crown on the other side. So there we go. There is the metal coins. They're quite small, but they for the size they have some weight to them. Kind of feel like a foreign currency from the U.S. And then here is a player board. So there we go. All the different things going on there. The work phase, and then this is trade and contractor phase, harvest phase, and contract phase. And then with your refresh phase on here. This very tiny middle column here is workers phase. So a lot going on, and that's the complexity, is remembering how each thing goes into each other thing as you go through the game. But this seems really well laid out. The iconography seems clear, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to getting out. So there's that one. Let's see what other player ones we have here. Then we have a blue one. That's nice. And we have general ledger for the purple, which is what I will be getting. Those are quite nice player boards, although I don't think you'll really notice on the other side a whole lot. Let's take a look. Oh, you will, because they have the purple here, of course, and here. So yeah, you'll still be able to see your chosen player colors if you care about things like that. And there's the red. That one is hard to see the lettering on the camera. There we go. They're general ledger and coffee traders, but it kind of disappears when it has a lot of light on it. And there's the red coffee traders. And then finally, the green, which will probably appeal to some players too, if you're into player colors. Okay, and then finally, checking out, I like that the these big boards have been protected by being in plastic. Capstone really has great quality usually, so I'm not anticipating any problems, but let's see what's going on here. I'm not going to punch everything out. In fact, I'm going to punch a couple things on different sides, and then I'll put them back, but no, that looks fine. Looks like the die cut was really good and went through, didn't cause any problems. That looks fine. Let's go over here where I can see a Chad. And it still punches out just fine. Well, that one might need to be cleaned up a tiny bit, but overall the die cut looks good. But either way, there's no paper that's holding on any of these, so that's good. Okay. And the colors, again, are a little bit different from the player colors, but you can figure out what's what. There's also, yeah, so the colors are different. But not a big deal. And then there's these markers. We'll punch one out from each side again, see what's up. No problems. And I would play this weekend if I had two other players to play it, but I think it's going to take a little bit of prep work to make sure that we know how to play this one. Okay, so that one's fine. And the last sheet, again, no problems. The paper isn't holding to either side, which is good. It's just holding onto the tile. And no problem. These are actually a little bit dry, so I would probably just let them air out for a bit before I punch them, before I finish punching them. And then here is our massive board. We got all those coffee beans down there at the bottom. Okay, how am I going to do this? Because this is just a giant, big old board. Yeah, don't expect to play this on a small table. There's the back. Looks like a crate stamped with coffee traders. But here is the first third. Again, the colors are slightly different again. That's just the way it's going to be, it seems. My board got a little bit, it looks like, in shipping, but not a big deal. I mean, this is a huge board. So that's the first third. Here's the middle third. You can see that. And then the final third, right here, is right there. So just a lot going on that board that they're covering. I like it. I like what's going on. The colors are good. No problems. The artwork's looking good. I'm gonna have to sit down and really dive into this, but I'm gonna let it air out for a little while. This is Coffee Traders, again, published by Capstone Games, illustrated by Daan van Paridon and John Rabou, and designed by Spil and Rolf Sagel. So Coffee Traders, check it out if you can, or maybe let's get in a game together someday. Happy gaming. We'll catch you later.